I'm just gonna tell you where I'm at right now emotionally, and I really don't have any idea how this video is gonna go. It's I just talked to a good friend of mine, just got off the phone with her, and so I've been homeless, let's say 10 years on and off, and I've had this friend go through all of that with me for 10 years, on and off as well. She's been there for the most part, and I really wouldn't have made it without her. So I talked to her this morning, and I'm gonna apologize to you guys, because there are some people who've, said, hey, this is third party talking about your friend, and and I have a lot of other videos I want to share with you that I want to do, but this is my experience and this is my reality right now, and it is wrapped up in what not only my homeless experience, but what's going on with my friend and her experience, because her experience is worse than mine. And I also got a comment, somebody saying that I suffer from depression and you're too depressing, so so I hope that person comes back to me later, because obviously the point of all of this is for you guys to see my growth, and then hopefully for me to offer something to you so that you can start your own growth in these 7 different categories, which I haven't even gotten to yet. But hopefully that we can walk this path together and get better in whatever areas we're weak in. But it's been hard for me because, as I've said in other videos, I had an idea of how to start this, but because of what's going on with my friend August, and again, those of you who may not want to hear about her because you want to hear about my experiences, I'm going to do lots of videos on my experiences, but this is my experience right now. I've just spent the last 7 days, I found her for a minute and then gone again, and days and days go past, and she was reassaulted, and and then I find myself in a park with 3 men coming up to me, and it's late at night, and it's not a park. Okay, this is not a park. That's the wrong word. This is a freeway entrance overpass, completely dark. It is near that area where I filmed the last video, and the sun had gone down already, but I couldn't find her, and hearing that she was reassaulted, I really wanted to find her. And this is a dear friend of mine. I've heard everybody's comments, and there is one that sticks in my mind, because I don't have the skill and ability to help her in the way that she needs help. But I have to do my best to make sure that I put all of my skill and ability to the nth degree of what I do have to help her. And it's just that much harder because I don't have, obviously, like you guys have said, take care of yourself first. And I don't have any of that, so it's that much harder. But there's so many scenarios that I think of. So this one person commented, and they're like, yeah, okay, so you're both drowning. She needs her own lifeguard and you need your own lifeguard. The lifeguard that has the stamina, that has the skill, that has the ability to save her and the ability to save you, versus both of you drowning and sinking each other. But the mantra that keeps going through my head is from our servicemen, those who go and serve our country and give their lives for it. They say, leave no man behind. They have their brother's six type thing. They have their brother's back. And I walked out of my tent the other morning and there's a vet there, and we just talked, and he had so many incredible stories and just his life since he got back from the war and dealing with PTSD and, you know, wanting to die and just all of this stuff. And he shared all of it with me, and I shared a little bit of this with him, and he did say yes, but you know, we do have our brother's back, but we are trained intensely every day to know what to do in that situation to help our brother. And so I recognize my ineptness. And I know this is public, and I don't mean to get on here and like have all this emotion. It's not about pity. It's actually just about like being genuine. Like this is a life. I'll never meet most of you, but I know that you also have some of the same experiences I do. Not just homelessness, but caring for somebody, you know, and not knowing how to help them or what to do, but you want to help. And so I'm just gonna be honest with you. You're not getting all of my emotion. I just talked to my friend for a whole hour and I bawled the whole time really intensely, so you're only getting a portion. And it is awkward to talk to a camera, so it's awkward to share all of this. It's awkward to put myself out there as being homeless. I think of all the people I knew in the past, and if they see these videos, it's humiliating. But I think we're at a point in our world and in our country and in our small communities and in our families where we need to be real honest about where we're at and what's going on, and we need to find some answers and help each other, you know. Or get back to the answers. But it does no good to pretend, you know. It does no good to pretend that we don't have all this mental and emotional trauma going on. But we don't need to hurt each other more, right? So I'm sorry if it's hard for you to hear about my friend, because you want to hear about me, and I will get to those things. Please be patient with me. But what is going on right now is my friend, and if you could have heard my phone call for the last hour, I mean, it's just raw, you know. Turning on the camera does make me kind of shut off half of my real-time emotion, because it is awkward to connect with people in this way. But I want to make a difference. I want to make a difference. And I wish I could make a difference to her. So, anyways, I found her after seeing her for just a split minute, you know, and then she left, and then I found her again, but days later, and I had something for her. I went another route to try to get her help, because these organizations are terrible, and I'm sorry, because I know they're humans, and maybe some of them are trying, but an awful lot of them don't seem to be trying. They seem to be clocking in and clocking out. I mean, they showed up for 10 minutes yesterday. What can you do in 10 minutes? You know, if this is the job to help these people, then you shouldn't be in some building many miles away. You don't know these people. You show up and you talk for just a little second. Check mark, did my duty, peace out. That's another video. So I had something for her. I went a route she didn't want me to go, but I'm at a loss and I'm at the end of my rope because I know that I need to do things for myself. I know that I need to work on myself, and I knew I wasn't going to stay here for way long, and they are closing down the park. It's not a good thing for me. I have a game plan for the first time in 10 years, and I need to work that game plan, and you guys are all a part of it. To be honest, I mean, your comments really help me. I can't possibly reply to everybody right now, but please know I read them, and I'm so grateful for you. And that is part of my plan to get myself out of this. It's you guys, and you don't know that, but that's part of my plan because it's keeping me accountable. It's keeping me focused. It's keeping me purpose driven. It's getting me out of bed every day. I feel like I am making some small snippet of a difference, perhaps in somebody's life watching this. So all of those things is what I want and what I need right now. So you guys are my coaches right now, you know, and you know, but I know that I can't be here the whole time, and I told her that. I've told her that multiple times, and I just can't, because I can't, no matter how much I want to save her and take her out of this. Because it's one thing to just be depressed or have problems in your life, and be in four walls and have food on your table every day. And I'm not saying the four walls and food is all she needs. That's not the point. That's actually not what I'm talking about. But she's in an environment where late at night there's predators. There's people with real serious historical backgrounds of assault and murder and rape and you know, and when you've been traumatized like that, the predators actually can smell you. I don't know how else to say it. It is very animalistic. They can smell their prey. They can smell the carcass, and they will come for you. They'll pass by another woman to get to you, or another man to get to you. Like, they know the vulnerable ones. And so I don't feel like I can leave her here, because I did have a conversation. Let's say a few minutes, she's there, she's getting it, some of it. I'm praying, I'm hoping, but I'm seeing something in her eyes. And then she goes into la la land and just starts talking about a whole bunch of other stuff. And I know enough about her history that part of that is because she doesn't want to deal with it. She doesn't like the stress. She wants to talk about fun subjects. But a good part of that is also some drug abuse, but a huge part of that is this trauma. And she just doesn't know how to deal with it. She doesn't know what to do. So I keep telling her, you need help. You need help. And right now, it's not even a job. It's not worrying about what you want to do with your life, your purpose to life, the business that you might want to create, you know. It's not about these mundane things for her right now. And that's where our society, there are people in this park that is what it's about, okay? Those are the steps that need to happen. There's people in the park that they simply enjoy living this lifestyle, and they can take care of themselves living outdoors and in the streets. They know how to muscle through it. But there's people in her situation where she can't. She's a victim out here. She's a victim out here. She can't do it. She can't do it alone. She can't take care of herself. And right now, it's not about a job, and it's not about food. It's not about a tent. It's not even about four walls. It's not even about getting her into the hotel or a housing program, which I wish it was. But she's gonna need people to grab her arm, to link arms and walk with her. You know, to take these steps. And I wish that that person was me, or her family, somebody that really truly cared about her. I wish with all my soul that I could do something, and I have been trying. And I'm just at a loss because I'm so tired too. And I hear everybody say, take care of yourself and just do you. Because I need that, and I get it. I understand that. But our society is built on so much selfishness. Sometimes these little quips that we want to say that might even come from the self-help area or from a counselor or a therapist. Some of that advice, I'm not saying all of it, but some of that advice, I don't know that I think is the best thing for our society. Our ancestors, they all linked arms because they had to. They all helped each other. They were in a community. It was life and death. To oust somebody from that community was a death sentence. You know? We don't have a sense of community anymore, at least not in this country. You can live next to somebody in an apartment building for 5 years and not once say hi to them. You know? Buy and sell a house, flip a house, you don't meet your neighbor. We don't know each other anymore. We ask people, hey, you know, coming out the grocery store, how you doing? We don't actually want the answer. We just want them to say, fine, have a good day, you know? And I understand that. I understand that, you know, we all have so much pressure. But I'm not here to be a victim either. I'm not here. You guys, as you get to know me, I'm going to probably polarize. Some of you are going to feel one way or the other, but I actually hope that you'll look past all of that and just see me as a human being, because that is the whole point of all this homelessness, is to see people as human beings. But I don't think the answer is putting people in a victim class. And I know some of you might not like that idea. I think we have to have compassion and empathy for each other. There is a lot of mental trauma on all of us right now. We have to have compassion and empathy and kindness. Go the extra mile. Give our cloak to our neighbor. You know, help each other, feed each other, whether that's mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically, you know, or socially. But just feeling utter pity and, you know, putting each other in victim classes. I don't think that's going to help save anybody from this rapid river that they're floating down. That's not the stick that you've got to offer. You know, got to offer a stick saying you can do it. No, let's come up with solutions. Let's do this. You know, you're better than this. You're good. You're a human being. You're right on. You know, we need to push each other up, not tell each other how inept and incapable we are, and spoon feed each other, you know, in our mire. Again, that's not to say I've been in a mire for 10 years and my friend has sat with me. She has sat with me, and sometimes she has spoon fed me. And sometimes we do need that. I'll explain more of that later, I guess, but I'm just saying I'm not trying to promote victimhood or be a victim, or unless you've been something like my friend, raped and things like that, you know? She is a victim in so many ways, and we have a responsibility to each other. We are our brother's keeper, you know? So, and it's a struggle, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. It's a struggle for all of us to figure out where that balance is, where we're enabling somebody, or where we're going too far and injuring ourselves in major ways because now we're drowning because we sacrifice so much for that person. And or to know when we can help someone and when we really can't, to know when we just need to pray for them or when we actually physically need to be there. And all of those questions are hard, and that is where I turn to God and turn to him in multitude of ways. But anyways, just because you're tired doesn't mean you stop. But I am tired, and I just wish I had something for her, because I'm afraid she's just gonna stay in this situation. So I want to say have a good day. I know this wasn't the most uplifting video, but I do wish all of you a good day, and continue to link arms with the person next to you. You know, just talk to them. Get to know your neighbor. Do something good for somebody today, even if it's just a smile. And pray or send good thoughts to all of us. All right, bye.